Yeah, good morning. Watching a video and just looking at some of the comments about a bus driver who punched an assault screen. He got a little bit frustrated with somebody upstairs on the top deck, and we're all quick to give advice and sort of make a few funny comments. You know, that's parcel of being a bus driver, a bit of banter. You know, I said he looked a little bit stressed myself, which he did actually. Now, as well as being a union activist and hopefully a union rep soon and a bus driver, I'm also a mental health first aider, qualified, and I volunteered to be a mental health and wellbeing champion at my garage. Now, the union, Unite the Union, agreed that that would be a voluntary role with the company. And as such, when I do the role, if stood down, when stood down, I'm paid the rotated hours that I would have done. Okay, so technically it's voluntary, but technically it's not. So you're not doing it for free. So that out the way, one thing I've noticed, which is why I accepted the role, is there's a lot of stress in this industry. Stress that can be avoided. Okay, and it's not always about the driver that avoids it. Okay, sometimes it's all about the support that we get from other people around us, other drivers, people like myself, and sometimes it's support and understanding we need from management, which I like to think, as professional managers, that they will provide. Doesn't always be the case. At the end of the day, managers are people like you and me. They make mistakes. Sometimes they're good managers, sometimes they're not so good. Same with bus drivers, same with passengers, same with people. That guy in that video, we don't know what's going on in his life. He could have a complete catastrophe going on at home, okay? And he could have a lot of issues at work, and these people could have just been pressing the wrong buttons at the wrong time. At the end of the day, everyone who's a bus driver needs to remember we're also human beings. And all of the management that see that video, before they go stomping off, dragging him into the office, I would suggest that they get him to see the mental health first aider first to assess whether or not there is underlying issues. That probably and quite possibly might not be the case, that the management will do that, but that is my professional opinion, and it's also my honest opinion. So we all need to take a step back. We've had a lot of fucking shit to deal with. We've had a very stressful time. A lot of drivers lost their lives last year. I knew quite a few. In fact, one or two I knew very, very well. But at the end of the day, we can't judge, okay? We need to stand together, we need to be solid, and we need to support each other. So, if you see a driver reacting in a certain way, don't jump to conclusions. Go and ask him if he's okay. When you see him next, if you haven't got time to ask him there and then, ask him, is everything all right? Talk to the guy or the girl, because there could be other issues going on, serious issues. And, you know, we all talk about post-traumatic stress disorder for soldiers, and it is a real thing for soldiers, but it can happen to anyone, and it isn't just for soldiers, it can happen to people as well, bus drivers, normal civilians, normal people. We don't know what's going on in the mind. We don't know what's going on at home, and we should give some leeway to that thought. And the mental health wellbeing champions should be used more extensively to help avoid situations like that. And even the mental health champions sometimes have a lot of issues. I myself have had to deal with quite a lot lately, but thankfully I am gradually getting through this situation, and I'm all right, and I didn't have to punch no doors on the bus. But you know, you just don't know, do you? You just don't know what's around the corner. And you know, a few years ago I suffered from severe depression, and I was in a very awkward situation where, you know, the thought of ending my life did come up in my head quite a few times, and at one point I nearly did die. So I had the counselling for it. I reached out, got help, and got through it. It can happen to anyone, no matter how strong you think you are, or how big you think you are, or how clever you think you are. It can happen to anyone. So remember that, people. Anyone. Thank you.